What's up guys, Firewolf here, showing you guys the new ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG32UCDM. It was about damn time. This is a 32-inch 4K gaming monitor that features Samsung's 3rd generation QD-OLED technology with a fast 240Hz refresh rate. It also has an anti-reflective semi-gloss coating, which should please those of you who hate matte displays. Straight from the factory, we get a 0.03 millisecond response time, AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, and NVIDIA G-Sync compatible for smooth, tear-free gaming. I'll be doing an unboxing, sharing my first impressions, and showcasing some fire ultra-high definition gameplay using my 4090 gaming PC and PS5. Stay tuned for a feature review of this PG32UCDM. So for now, let's unbox the ROG Swift OLED PG32UCDM. Very excited to finally unbox this and give you guys my first impressions of this monitor. Now, while I have this video flipped over, this box looks really nice. Comes in your standard ROG themed box, so it's really nice. Now, rotating the video back to me, let's go ahead and open this up and see what we get inside. All right, to start off the unboxing here, we have the base. It's gonna be the feet portion. It has a nice, kind of like a gunmetal gray color. We have NVIDIA G-Sync right over here, which is awesome. All right, next we have the arm portion of the monitor stand. Go ahead and peel this off. And same thing, we have a nice gunmetal gray with really nice gloss black. It's really similar to the other ROG models. They have a nice cyberpunk inspired theme going on. So if you like something like that, then you're definitely gonna like this. Now, what I like about this stand here is that right on the top we have a screw thread, so you can mount your camera. You can mount some lighting equipment. So this is definitely geared towards content creators that want that extra functionality. So I like how they have that built in. Next, we're gonna have a VESA mount adapter. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that you need a separate VESA mount adapter to mount it on a monitor arm. However, you do have it in the box, so you're gonna definitely need to use this if you're going to mount it. Otherwise, just save this just in case. All right, next thing we're gonna have is a gloss black piece here, and it looks like it goes on the stand itself. All right, next thing we're gonna have are some, when you have the monitor on, it does have LEDs that beam down on the middle of the stand. So this will have a nice ROG logo on it. They also provide clear ones too. All right, next we're gonna have the power adapter, which has a nice ROG logo on top. And one thing I love about ASUS is that they definitely think about their little accessories here. So I like the fact that it has that ROG touch. They don't really have to, but these are just little things that make it more premium. Next, we're gonna have our accessory pouch here. And another great thing I like about ASUS is that they give us a nice little pouch here to house all of your cables. And these are obviously reusable. First thing inside the accessory pouch is going to be the US plug. It's going to connect to that power adapter I just showed you. Next, you're going to have a really nice HDMI cable. And what I love about it is that they're going to have that ROG logo on the actual cables. Again, just another beautiful touch from ASUS. Next, they're going to give us a nice DisplayPort cable. Same thing, we have a nice ROG logo. All right, next thing we're going to have is a USB 3.0 upstream cable for your USB hub. And finally, we're going to have a USB C-to-C cable. And I love when monitors have this option here. And I love the fact that ASUS gives you all the cables that are needed. And this is going to be perfect for laptop users, whether you have a MacBook or a gaming laptop. It makes it easier for you to connect to your laptop, to connect to your monitor. And obviously with this bag here, you could always just put all the cables that you don't need. You just store it away. Love this touch. Next thing we're going to have is this black envelope over here. And inside we get some nice pamphlets over here. We can see welcome to the elite republic of gamers. And when you're spending this kind of money, just having these little subtle touches really makes the experience so much better and enjoyable. We're going to have a nice user manual or quick start guide. And they also provide us with the standard ROG stickers. So if you have ROG products, you know that you're going to be provided with all of these cool looking stickers. And finally, we have an ASUS VIP member notice. All right, time for the main event here. This is what we were all waiting for. All right, we got a couple of fingers here letting us know how to spread it open. Oh, okay, now I understand. There's a line in between. Spread that open. I wanted this line to be as clean as possible, but all right, and there we have the 32-inch QD-OLED panel. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. All right, finally got it out of the wrapping here. We can see the actual OLED panel is nice and thin. We have a very large oversized heatsink over here, which is awesome. And what I also like to see is that we have a really nice sheet of bubble wrap here protecting the screen. I definitely like when manufacturers include this because you just never know. You don't want any scratches ruining that beautiful OLED panel. So let's go ahead and take this out and set this up. All right, so let's go ahead and install the stand here. First thing, we're gonna peel this out here because it's super glossy. All right, so we're gonna take the monitor arm here. We're gonna angle it in, and you're also going to slide this down as well. So once you angle it into place, we're gonna push this lever down, and then it's basically sink in. And now we're ready to install the feet. All right, so let's go ahead and install the feet portion over here. Now you're gonna notice right on the inside here, there are some LED bulbs here, and that's because it's going to shine a lights beaming downwards, and the pucks that I showed you earlier is what is gonna take into effect. So before we get into that, we're gonna first install the feet portion over here, and it's only gonna go one way. This screw is the only screw here. You're gonna match it with this top screw hole as well. And I like the fact that it has a wingtip screw, so you just screw it in place. You want to make sure that's nice and tight. And then finally, we have the bottom cover over here, and I'm going to use the puck that has the ROG logo. Now you can use the clear one if you want instead, and this light could be turned off as well if you don't want it. So all we're going to do is we're going to grab the puck, we're going to turn it around, and you're going to notice two little lines over here on the left and right, and it's gonna match the line that you see right here. So there's two lines here, and all you're gonna do here is you're gonna match it up. Okay, and then you're gonna push it into place. You're gonna hear a nice little snap, and now that ROG logo is installed. You're gonna notice the magnets here, and there's also magnets here as well. So it's only gonna go one way. You're just gonna find the side that it sticks to. So I just found it here, and that's pretty much it here. Now, whenever you have that LED beaming, it's gonna beam this logo on the bottom of the monitor. It's a nice little touch. It's a little bit more time consuming setting this whole thing up versus other monitors, but it is a nice touch to have. All right, before I connect all of my crazy cables in the back, let's go ahead and reveal this beautiful QD-OLED panel. Now, I love the fact again that it has, now I do like the fact that it has that bubble wrap protecting this beautiful screen. So let's go ahead and peel this up. All right, and take it a step further by providing us with another plastic protector over here. And let's go ahead and lift this up. Absolutely beautiful. And then we have some more plastic wrap all around the edges of the screen. And finally, one right on the bezel, and a little plastic piece on the ROG logo. And there we go, guys, the QD-OLED panel in its glory. Now this is going to be in a nice semi-gloss. It's not 100% super glossy because you're not going to see much of that reflection. But let's go ahead and turn on my ring light here and see how that looks. All right, and as you can see here, I have full brightness on the ring light here. And as you can tell, you are still going to see the reflections of harsh light sources, but it does have some anti-glare properties, so that is a good plus. Now, what I like about this stand here is that you have a lot of customization of ergonomics here. Oops, you can push it all the way down, put it all the way up and down. It has really good swivel range, and I like how the stand kind of like moves within it as well. Very high tilt. A decent amount of tilt downwards. All right, now that I have it connected to my gaming PC with the 4090, you see this monitor is fully powered on, and that display looks absolutely beautiful here. Now you are going to see reflections of light sources, so obviously my ring light is on to the max here. Now taking a look around the actual stand here, it does a decent job of hiding the cables. I would have liked it to be a better job, but this is what we're gonna get here. You can see the cable still show here. You're gonna notice that this light beams up, which looks really nice, and also the ROG logo as well. And then we have that light beaming downwards. like I showed you earlier. Now all of these can be customized to be shut off if you prefer not to have that at all. Now looking at the stand here, it does take some space with the traditional feet over here. I do appreciate ASUS for not making the feet stick all the way forward as much. However, I would have preferred those new L-shaped desk stands that save a little bit more space. Now the benefit of having the feet though is that you can have cables running underneath. That could look cleaner if you have wired mechanical keyboards like this one, for example. But overall, the stand is pretty decent. I would probably mount it on a monitor arm for even more desk space. But let me know what you guys think so far of this. I think it looks really nice, and that screen is really gorgeous, with the only downside of, you know, showing a lot of the reflections. So if you are working on this monitor and you have some light sources, you might see that reflection, and that's pretty much the only con of having a semi-gloss display. All right, to ensure that we're maximizing this display here, we are going to go to display settings here. You can see by default it does 60 hertz, and we want to make sure we turn it and crank it all the way up to 240 hertz. And in this case it does say 240.02, which is pretty interesting. The next thing you want to do to maximize this display, of course, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, so this is the 4090, you want to go to more options and open up the NVIDIA control panel here. All right, now that we're here, what I love about this monitor is that on day one, you're gonna have G-Sync compatible here. So as soon as I open it up, everything is already turned on. If it's not, just make sure you enable it just in case. But that's one of the benefits of this monitor, is that by default, you do got that G-Sync compatibility, ensuring that G-Sync is gonna be fully compatible and certified by NVIDIA, which is awesome. My first impressions of the display so far has been a great experience. After testing out the Samsung G80 SD and LG 32GS95QE with its matte coatings, I'm reminded why having a glossier display looks so damn good and creamy. The biggest downside though is harsh light sources and extreme vitamin D, which can make it harder to use. However, with proper lighting control, you'll be perfectly fine. It's great to have many options to choose from, so if you're not a fan of the semi-gloss, there's always Samsung or LG's own 4K OLED monitors that are also great. It'll take some time to cook up a review, so for now, I'll leave you guys with some fire 4K gameplay with different lighting scenarios to get an idea how this monitor would look. Any questions, drop them down below.
Here it comes. You're mine. Now you're in for it. Right. Was never in doubt.
End of the line, punk! I'm gonna enjoy this. Lights out!
Still here? Well, thanks for sticking all the way through. I really appreciate it. I'll have affiliate links down below that help and support the Firewolf Tech channel, and for any questions on this monitor, drop a comment down below. Now on to finish this review. Firewolf out.